Tonight, it's the National Football League. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Cleveland Browns taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
A 3-yard gain on the play.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10.
Here come the Browns on offense with Baker Mayfield, the former #1 overall pick at quarterback.
It's okay if I give him a few props right here. Do you mind?
I think he's earned it. Go ahead.
Okay, how about a guy who was a 2-time walk-on, who later became a 2-time Big 12 Player of the Year, has the most touchdown passes in Big 12 history with 129, a Heisman Trophy into his credit, and took his team to the college football playoff semifinal twice while at Oklahoma.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
At the 39-yard line.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. And now they are knocking on the door inside Pittsburgh's 10. It's a big play there for the Browns. 53 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. Well, the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll try to run with Hunt, and he takes this one in for a Browns score. Kareem Hunt, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and
now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backward.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. I thought as that was developing that he might actually keep it, but the right decision, obviously, to hand the football off.
And some teams do a really nice job of taking a little bit longer at the mesh point, meaning where he's going to hand it off or keep it. Sometimes they ride it maybe a step longer than others. That allows him to make the proper decision and have the right person end up with the ball.
And it paid off with a long touchdown run. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And now a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 16 yards, a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice game.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6 at their 49-yard line.
From the gun, Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
They'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, and that fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. That right there, career catch number 541, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow, who also obviously played the tight end position.
Yeah, and helped revolutionize it when he was in San Diego. But how about what we're seeing right here? You're talking about 541 catches at the tight end position. You talk about lofty territory, rare air. He has a lot to be proud of in his career.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 more there and another first down.
First down, Steelers.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a first down on a gain of 10. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well. I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
His kick is
And his kick is right through. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
at their own 25-yard line.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield, and it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Working out of the gun, Mayfield firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Another Cleveland Browns. First
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. First down, this one lines up to be incomplete. Zach Pascal, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. That's into the hands of Pascal. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think.
Defense.
To give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. And
he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Tyler Newsome now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And on the offense as they take over. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
Yeah, protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Butt.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. To throw again on second down. Mayfield.
That's complete to his running back, Evans.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down. And finding the tight end, Hooper. Given 9 there on the first down completion. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On second down, it's Hunt. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Steelers 14.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A good throw here, finding Pascal. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
3 yards the gain there, second down. Mayfield to throw it.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
The 38-yard line.
Here's Mayfield. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player. I think it's okay there they didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
A gain of 9, not enough, and it's fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks, don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there.
Ronnie Harrison on the tackle. No gain on the play. And it brings up third.
And to give this time to the tailback. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
First down, Pittsburgh.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 20-yard line.
A gain of 20.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll drop to throw.
19-yard line.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Complete.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
And to give this time to the tailback.
And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door.
They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
The kick is
And he's got it up and through.
That ties
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
25-yard
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
A 3-yard pickup.
Throwing. Mayfield. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
So that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call. And they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They run it again with Chubb. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
It's second down and 10.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop. Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator is going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to roll. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20, then a first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best one.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have moved out in front. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line. Because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And his throw here is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And Owen coughed it up, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back out on the field.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll start with Hunt on the ground.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look,